Hi children, welcome back to my virtual English class, and this is the second module of your second chapter. Okay, so before going with our chapter, we will deal with what we read in the first class of this chapter. Okay, now this chapter is mainly about writing instructions, how to write instructions, how to follow the instructions, what are the various ways you can give an instruction, say with pictures, with words, with diagrams, with numbered instructions. You can also show something with your actions. You need not speak it out. You know, there are various types of instructions. Why do you at all need to follow instructions? When do you feel the need of giving instructions? Okay. We also read about the section of people who needs these instructions most in their daily, in their everyday life. They are the scientists. Yeah, and how to give the instructions to a scientist, and how do they learn about the world. This is about the last class. So having said that, we will move towards today's lesson, that is instructions for an experiment. Okay, now when you need to find out something, test a certain situation, okay, you need instructions for that as well. So here we will learn about the instructions. We need to do simple things. You can call it an experiment, but we keep on doing in our daily lives. Okay, for an example, let's have a look on how to blow bubbles. Okay, so here for this experiment, what do you need? You need a bowl of water, a bubble bath and a straw. Simple, you just need three things: a bowl of water, bubble bath and a straw. Let's take a look at this flow chart. There are two ways of going about the experiment. The first one is, see, the number one is same for both. Half fill a bowl with water. Next, I go into one part of the first way of doing the experiment. Okay, let's see. Number two, put a straw into the water and blow. Next, no bubbles. No permanent bubbles will be there. Now let's come to the second way of doing the experiment. Pour a little bit of bubble bath into the water, then put a straw into the water and blow, then you will get bubbles. Let's see. Let's do the experiment right now. See, I have this bowl of water. Okay, this is simple plain water. This is the water with the bubble bath. Okay, and this is a straw. First, I'll go with the first way of doing the experiment, that is just putting a straw into the water and blowing. Okay, this is simple water. Let's try it out. See, this is simple water. I'm taking this. I'm blowing it, okay, blowing air into it with a straw. Let's see what happens. See, there are no permanent bubbles. There are just a little bit of bubbles coming out when I'm, putting water inside, when I'm blowing it. But then see, no bubbles. No bubbles coming out of it. Are there any bubbles? No. Now, let's come to the second way of the experiment, where I am putting a bit of bubble bath. See this water, it has bubble bath inside. Okay, so this water is mixed with soap liquid, so we get a bubble bath. Now I'll put the straw inside. Let's see what happens now. See, I'm blowing water inside. See, what can you see here? There are bubbles. Did you all see it? Good. Now, what did you see? What did you learn from these two ways of experimenting? If there is only water, no bubble bath, no liquid soap in it, if you blow it with a straw, you will not get any bubbles. Whereas here, if you have a bubble bath ready, if you blow water into it with a straw, you will get the bubbles. Okay, so you have to follow the instructions as it's given. Two ways of doing it. These are the instruction for this experiment, how to blow bubbles. Now let's see why do we have the bubbles here. Let's see the reason behind it. The bubble bath makes the water a bit stretchy. It becomes little thick, so that it holds the air you're blowing in. But you blow water without the bubble bath, the water on its own can't hold the air, and there are not such good bubbles. We saw it. I just showed you the experiment. Fine. Now we will see. Fine. Now we are done with this experiment. Let's look at a few questions. What do you need for this experiment? I told in the very beginning, a bowl of water, bubble bath and a straw. 2. What do you do with the straw to make bubbles? You simply blow in air through the straw. Can you make bubbles without the bubble bath? Can you? I just showed you. Simple water, no bubbles are formed. So, no, we can't make bubbles without the bubble bath. What do you do first? I'm arranging the equipments. I'm taking 2 vessels. I'm putting one with water and the other one with bubble bath. I'm taking a straw. I'm setting up the equipments, and I'm filling a bowl with water. I'm pouring a bit of bubble bath into the water, and then I'm blowing air into it with the straw. That's the way to go about the experiment. Fine. Now, once we are done with how to blow bubbles, we'll have a look on how to make a bubble painting. You take a vessel of water, you take some paint, you take a straw, and you take a bubble bath. What you do is simple. You empty the jar of water into the vessel, put the bubble bath inside, and then some paint. That paint there, okay? You blow in air with that straw. You will see the bubbles and form that they are, that color is coming on top with the bubbles. Then you take a paper and skim off the bubbles. Take the paper and hold it on the bubbles on the top and move it. You will see a bubble painting. That's how a bubble painting is formed. Okay? Now, we will see how to make oil and water mix. You can see the picture below. It gives you what are the necessary equipments for this experiment. Okay? You need a jug of water, you need a straw, you need a vessel, you need some washing up liquid, and you need some oil. Now what you do is you pour the water in the vessel. Okay? Pour some oil inside. Okay? Then you pour this washing liquid inside. Then you take the straw, you blow in with the straw, blowing air with the straw. You will see the straw, what the washing up liquid breaks up the oil, and the skin of the oil, and the water and the oil gets, they are mixed together. The washing up liquid acts as the agent to mix the oil and water, to break the skin and mix the oil and water together. This is how you do this experiment of mixing up oil and water. Okay, you can try this at your home. After you have tried this experiment, you can answer these questions. What did the instructions tell you about? Did you need any extra information after the instructions had been given out? Any tricky words you found out in the instruction chart? If there are, just write them down. Now, why are some words written in blue while some words are written in red? When you look at your book, where the experiment has been illustrated, where the instructions have been given, you will see a step-way method has been followed. Okay, so that you understand. So it's written in red. Firstly, secondly, then, next, lastly. These words are in red. While the headings of the paragraphs dealing with a particular section of the experiment has been written in blue. Okay, fine. So do you add cooking oil before water or after it? When to add the wash-up liquid, how much to add? Okay, once you have done the experiment, you will know what are the steps, when to add it, whether to add cooking oil before the water or not. Okay, you have to answer these questions orally, practice them. Okay, now see, in this experiment, in your book, you will see there is a box. These words have been written. Secondly, lastly, next, firstly, then. Okay, you have to arrange it in the order the instructions have been given. So arrange these these words in the order the instructions have been given and how to go about it. First, which comes first? Which word comes first of the instruction? From secondly, lastly, next, firstly, then. Which words come, the sequence of words, you have to arrange it in order. So that is your task for the day. Okay, hope you enjoyed this session, with the experiments happening right in front of your eyes. Okay, so do your tasks, children, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.